What's good? It's Rocky Fresh, and you are now listening to the College Blueprint.
College Blueprint.
College Blueprint.
This is the best blueprint.
I want to ask you guys a question. We won't start it off with a typical question. I was listening to one of your songs, Whatever We Want, off your new album, self-titled Air. And there's a line, Carter, that you say. It goes, "Smoking Wu Tang weed out on the patio. Look no further. RZA told me roll a fatty dough." Did that actually happen?
Not trying to flex or anything. No, it really did. And it was, to be honest, it was the most surreal thing that's ever happened to me. I'm gonna say that right now. David, what do you think? Surreal?
Well, I have a side story that's related to that that's not as pretty, so...
Okay, well, we won't talk about that.
We won't talk about that.
Well,
you can tell them about this one.
No, so we were doing a string of festivals out in Germany over the summer, and it was cool because the way they arranged it was basically one company books all of the acts for each of the festivals. So we played our show. We were in a hotel. We played our show. We had a night off, and we were just kicking it. We were out on the patio. We were drinking beers. Beautiful German night, you know, can't complain. We were chilling, all of a sudden, like 5 big black sprinters pull up, and we're like, okay, what's going on here?
Either that's Paris Hilton or the president.
I heard Bieber might be in town, but I'm not sure. He might be getting arrested
somewhere. What is that?
So, all of a sudden, it was like, what could this be? What could this be? Door slide open, Method Man, Master Killer, Inspector Deck. Just like the most crazy thing. RZA was there. They were all there. It was the craziest thing. And like we had one joint.
It was also
rolled
fast too. They just and then just all hopped
It was
up.
literally dead silent.
Like
and then
car.
it was dead silent where we were. We were like very low key enjoying a beer. And then all of a sudden they roll up. They come out with a boombox. They start playing it. There was like 10 girls they were rolling
start
with.
falling out like
Everyone's with
girls.
them. It literally the patio becomes a party. And we had one joint rolled up, and we're like, all right, we're going to have to make this happen. Spark it up. I'm like, yo, Method Man, dude, you want to hit this? And he's like, nah, man, I'm going to hit this. Pulls out a huge blunt from behind his ear. I'm like, oh, my God. And then before we know it, joints out, ran out of weed, ran out of herbal medicinals, and nothing else happened. And it was kind of
No, RZA walked up and handed you like a handful of weed.
He goes, Are y'all trying to smoke a little more weed? And I was like, wait a minute, RZA, did you just ask us if we wanted to smoke some weed?
He just dumps out all this good ass.
He's got like
weed right
in a big ass Ziploc and just crumbles it down on the table, and it's just like praise. Oh my fucking God. It was out of this world.
So that's that lyric in the song is true.
And it really is real, you know.
My question for you guys is, where do you guys get your inspiration? Like, what's your method for getting these songs out? Like, what's it like in studio for you guys? Oh my God, and Joe is breaking things.
We're just making messes over here.
Jeez,
is that another call?
Dave, you want to hit this? You want me to hit this?
Well,
I'll
inspiration.
Hit it
Give us like a snapshot, a little
snapshot of me getting inspired.
Yeah, just what's it like in studio for you? Like,
In studio, well, it's in my room.
Okay.
So I usually wake up and am inspired by anything from like a dream to a movie to a real life situation, whatever it is. And I usually recently I've been making good shit when I'm hungry. I don't know what it is, but like when I get hungry,
man, it's that drive.
Good stuff. Yeah, there's drive in there. I don't know what it is, but when I'm hungry, I get inspired.
Food?
My go-to food, ravioli.
Oh, shouts to ravioli.
Yeah, shout out ravioli.
Got ravioli.
I love sushi.
Love sushi and good movies.
Yeah.
Fuck movies.
Starting early.
And let's give one more. Burritos. I love burritos.
Word. Respect the burritos.
Who can say no?
So any of that will work. You'll get the inspiration. Bam, right there. Just
for me, inspiration comes from traveling, being out there, seeing it, getting a different perspective, being pushed out of my comfort zone. You know, just seeing. Seeing and doing and breathing.
Awesome.
Those will keep me inspired. But nah, realistically, it's like when I see the like result of past effort, it makes me want to put in more effort. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
All right. Well, I'm about to embarrass Alex right now because he's got a little bit of a story. I'm pushing him out there.
Oh, jeez, that's true.
I'm pushing you out on the raft and just setting you out to sea.
Man,
so.
Let's see what it is. Let's see, Alex.
All right.
No Wilson.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But
right.
I'm gonna take it back to 2011. I don't know if you guys will even remember this. You were opening for Cam Meekins in a Wellesley Park.
I do remember.
You remember that?
I do.
And I ran into you guys like that long ago.
That show.
Yeah,
that show. Long time ago.
I forgot about that.
And honestly, like you guys have not changed a bit. You almost seem more humble than you did back then. So could you just kind of speak to
You guys can't see me,
brownie
but
points.
both my fists are
Yeah,
way
this
above
is
my head.
Wait,
right now.
fist in the air. Fist in the air. Both of
Champion
them.
stance over
Right here.
Hey.
That's for being humble, I guess. Not
Word,
anymore.
Yeah, go from there.
I'm the shit. Yeah. No, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you think so. That's
Definitely.
important. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, all I remember for that show was like,
It's great weather.
I remember screaming little girls. We were like down in that hill. It was kind of like a grassy bowl.
Yeah.
And I just remember walking up and seeing the stage, and I was like, damn, like this is pretty legit. Like this is actually one of the more legit shows we've ever done. Cause, but keep that in mind that was, in 2011, like you said.
Right.
But I remember we played Middle East, and Middle East gets ratchet. Middle East gets it's
Oh my
true.
God.
It does.
Crazy.
Ew.
And so, we
Yuck.
moved from the Middle
Things
East.
go down there.
We moved from the Middle East, and then we were like in this beautiful field on this real high up stage, and I just remember like, we gotta crush this shit. It's about to be so much fun.
Definitely.
And it was. And we met Alex.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
And we're
How
so
y'all
humble.
And we're here now. So
It's still so humble.
Right. Well, and yo, real quick. My sister loves you both. I promised
Okay.
I'd shout her out, so she says hi to you both. Probably wants to give you hugs and whatnot.
what's her name?
What's her name?
Bailey.
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 What's up,
We're
Bailey?
giving those virtual hugs right now. You should see us.
The embrace is real.
XOXO.
Appreciate
Cyber
that, guys.
embrace.
Yep. It's
young
my
young
last
homie in
name.
the back enjoying that one.
Last name Siber. So
Is there a hug emoji? Do they have that?
there should be.
We could.
Someone should design that.
We should make one of those.
Yeah, hop
Are
on.
you guys on that? Is that on your guys to-do list to make
To make
emoji?
oh yeah. The emoji creating career is up next for me.
Oh, that's a real.
That's the next move,
That's
man.
a lucrative.
I'm actually
That's the next
I'm
move.
designing an app that has all the emojis that everyone's ever wished for, but they can't find, like the middle finger,
Yeah.
the
Yep.
hug.
Yep.
There's got to be more. The cross eye. There's plenty.
Did any of y'all see that like BuzzFeed article where they turned the emojis? They like Photoshop emojis onto real people's faces.
Yeah.
It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Yo,
I gotta check this out right now.
We talk so much about that one emoji face where the dude's like,
Where the world's ending.
it literally looks like everything has gone wrong for this guy. Whole world's over, and I use that like copiously all the time, left and right. So
So emojis.
So emoji.
How do we get there?
Emojis.
We don't
How
know.
did we
We'll keep
get
going.
good
Moving forward,
segues.
progress.
Though.
Who
Good
knows where
segues.
this is going now?
All right. So.
What do we
couple
got?
more questions?
Yeah, what do we got? Let's see. Now I'm just totally lost track. Did you guys talk about inspiration for writing
Yeah,
songs?
we
Oh, we
did. You
certainly
wanted
did.
to
man.
swear.
See, I'm
Where
just-
were you,
Yeah.
bro?
Daddy.
Where were you?
Listen, a
We're
TP
catching you
caller.
slipping, Joe.
We had a TP caller just call in.
Oh,
Some from 500 Records, I think, or something. I don't
trying
know.
to sign us? I'm with it, dude. 500 Rex. Let's go.
We'll try to hit it up. Well, okay, yeah. You guys just did a meet and greet at least. I mean, what's it like to converse with fans? That you met on Twitter, probably talked to on Twitter, and then you get to see them.
Yeah.
It's funny because like I don't know. It's funny because on Twitter, definitely people talk a big game, and then it's funny because then you
And you meet them in person and they ain't shit.
No.
They can't walk the walk.
No, it's funny because you meet them in person and they don't like address themselves, like they don't really give you their name. For example, today, not naming names,
Right,
but
they
like,
think they already know you.
what?
No, they don't even say the name. They're just like, hi.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You're like,
today.
hi, I'm Dave. And they're like, no, I already
Is
know.
that what they do? They do those like 5-year-old child kind of things.
No,
and they're like,
I mean,
"Give
no,
me."
it's nothing crazy
out.
like that. But I mean, like today, for
It's a little
example,
bit.
like, I don't know, we've had like a couple people
No
who
offense.
tweeted us all the time, like every day or like, a couple times a week or maybe once a week, whatever. Like, I recognize the name. And then today we met a couple of those people, but they didn't say that they were who, like, like, oh, you should probably know me from Twitter. And then I sign on Twitter later, and I see like the Instagram picture, like, yeah, like got to hang out with them at Lace. I was like, why didn't you tell me that you were this person? Because you tweeted me all the time, and I wish we could have like connected over that, but you know,
blown chance.
Can't win them all.
Ouch. All right, well, this question comes from our super fan in-house, Marci.
Marci, Marci,
And,
wolf and a fish.
She brought it to our attention that you guys have a Wikipedia page on the Dutch Wikipedia.
Ooh, do we?
I've
Are you
actually
guys
heard
aware
that,
of
but
that?
I've never seen it.
Marci's coming in for a little cameo speak here.
What's up, Marci?
She's defending her title.
Yeah, I am the super fan. No, I'm really big into the topic of super fans across the board, and you guys definitely have those because, like, I keep up with that stuff.
Superfans.
And you are one.
And I'm pretty sure it's the future. Basically, like, in the future, only people with super fans are gonna make it. I want to know what your thoughts are on that.
Well, right now, inside Marci's head, she's like, he touched me.
Oh, I'm not a groupie. I'm not a groupie.
Big difference. Big
Fine
difference.
line. Fine line.
It's not even a fine line.
Oh,
it's
excuse
like
me,
a
it's a
pretty big
fat ass line. Excuse me.
How do I feel? How do I feel? Wait, what's the question?
What are your thoughts on
super fans. And like
On super
what that
fans?
means to building
I mean-
a name for yourself and like being successful.
Yeah, it's definitely everything. I mean, if they're not big supporters, then they're not gonna buy the album, and they're not gonna come out to shows, and they're not gonna make us be able to do it. It's huge. I mean, the fact that we have them is just like crazy.
So big.
And like the fact that like on my Twitter, like my personal Twitter, like I'll say like just made an omelet, and I'll get like like 8 replies saying like what kind of omelet, what kind of cheese, like I wish I could try it. Like just the fact that people do that is nuts, but it's awesome too because there's people around the US, not only the US but like the world that you're connecting with on the internet, and
yeah,
it's awesome.
I mean, to definitely add on that, like the thing about being able to create a fan who's so dedicated and so supportive is you give them you can do something that's pretty simple, especially with the internet, like a tweet back or a favorite or a response, or like take a selfie and send it to one person or whatever, just something really small that doesn't take that much effort, but you're putting your own personal thought into it. We've like seen accounts of people like really becoming like really noticing and respecting the fact that we're putting effort into, and that's something we appreciate so much because it's like you're out there buying our album, you're out there coming out to shows, you're out there buying t-shirts. Yeah, we see all that and we get it, but for you to be literally committed daily and to have like in your Twitter bio like all this stuff about the fam and like to really be a fan like that is so huge. And it's kind of like, all it takes is something small, and you can have someone who, like Marci said, will just support no matter what. For example, we have one super fan, and she told me, she tweeted and she said, listen, your new album isn't my favorite. And I was like, what? No, I'm kidding. But she was like, it's not my favorite out of what you guys have done, but at the end of the day, I love who you guys are and I really support it, and I know that regardless of what you ever put out, I'm still going to be there listening. And that, to me, I really respect that, because everyone's got their own opinion. I mean, I'd say in general we've been getting a good response on the album, but if you can still be a fan and not, if you can still be committed while still not loving every second of every minute,
being honest,
it's so huge. Feedback. And being honest, and that's the biggest thing, is because it's like we see you and we respect you, and if you're gonna respond and be honest with us, then that's just like that mutual connection.
This is the best blueprint.